Hello friends, welcome back to Study IT Express. Today we will be having sixth session of DB. you know. So in the last session, what we discussed, right? Today we will be understanding number second actually. Sorry. Data manipulation language. Again, I'm so sorry. Data manipulation language, which is DML, right? Then we will see about DCL, then DCL, then DQL. Okay, let's get to data manipulation language. As the the sentence says data manipulation language, the language which is used for manipulating the data. Manipulating the data, as simple as that. Now डेटा डेफिनेशन लैंग्वेज जो हम लोगों ने लास्ट सेशन में पढ़ा था एंड डेटा मैनिपुलेशन लैंग्वेज, राइट? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू? डेटा डेफिनेशन लैंग्वेज इज बेसिकली डिफाइनिंग द डेटा, right? Like creating, dropping, altering. Altering means changing the table structure, and truncating, right? Data manipulation language includes manipulating the data, means insert, number B, update, right? Update. And number C is delete. DELETE, right? Now what does insert means? And always remember, data manipulation language is always on the rows, right? DML is always applicable on the rows, where you can insert the row or update the row or delete the row. Very simple. Data definition language क्या होता है? DDL is always applicable on the tables, that is where you can create the table or drop the table. Or alter the table, or truncate the table. As simple as that, nothing else, right? This is what is there in that. Cool, fair enough. Now what we will do is we will try to understand what does insert mean. So let me show you. I have already attached this one in my last sessions also, right? And I'll again attach this sheet in this session also, right? If you see insert into college dot department values and then department ID 001, computer science, and if you see HOD ID is over here and employee 568. You see now, if you see 568, it is there in the in the HOD and all those things, right? So insert simply means, now let's come to insert. Simply means inserting the fresh row in the table, as simple as that, right? इसमें क्या होगा? What is the syntax of this one? Insert into and database dot table, right? And then values, whatever you want to put, right? Now what happens is, this one is when you are pretty sure that this is the sequence, that when you are writing this, right? So that this will come first, then this will come first, then this will come, right? If you have any confusion, right, what you can do is you can name the columns also. How? You can say insert into database dot table, right? And then column names _1, column _2, right? And then you can say values, then whatever you want to say, right? These are the two ways of inserting. This is option number 1, this is option number 2, right? You can do whichever option you want, right? But me or any other developer, we normally prefer this way of inserting. Why? Because in this way you are sure the data is whatever is getting inserted is proper or not, as simple as that, right? So this is called insert, right? Now second thing is update. As name suggests, update is basically updating the set of values in the particular row of the table. Just for an example, I'll just make it up. Now let's take an example of employee employee 4568 itself, right? If you see over here, what is happening is today Ashutosh Sharma is the HOD of computer science, right? Now tomorrow what happens, for some reason Ashutosh retired, he just finished his wonderful years of service in the college, and then he called it quits, right? Now just for an example, Abhishek Singh became the HOD of computer science as well, apart from the department 006, right, which is civil, right? So he became the HOD of computer science also. So what we have to do is we have to update this data, right? How will you update it, right? So syntax is update table name set column name value equal to updated value where, and then you have to say primary key, where primary key, whatever is primary key, is equal to, right? Now it may be a little bit confusing. Let me explain you in this way. Example is, we have to name Abhishek, Abhishek Singh as the HOD of computer science. Also computer science, right? So how will you do? Simple. I'll say update what is that, college, right? Yeah, update database. Okay, first what we will do, we will first we will put the database name college dot department, okay, set HOD ID equal to employee 2324, where, right, where department ID equal to 001, where department underscore ID equal to department 001. Remember guys, where condition is very much important, right? If you don't put the where condition, what will happen is, as soon as you do set HOD ID, right, it will set the HOD ID as 324 for everything, इसके लिए, right, for everything. Reason being is because it will say, okay, since there is no where condition, which means you want to update the whole condition, whole table, right? When where condition is not placed, it simply means that you want to update whole table at once. You see this whole table, मैंने 3 बार, I have put it 3 times. The reason being is because if you don't put this one, it will be a huge problem. Okay, normally when I update it, right, if I have been given, as a professional, many people, like not me, professionals, what we do is, first thing is, before updating, we take the backup of the table. That's the first thing what we will do. Then we will perform the update. Very simple, right? Okay, now let's go to delete. Okay, third one is delete. Okay, so delete, as name suggests, right? So delete is basically deleting the row from the table. It is totally different from drop and truncate. How they are different? Since delete works on rows of the table, since it is data manipulation language, while drop and truncate works on the table as a whole, because it is data definition language. Clear? Right? Now, what is syntax of delete? Syntax is simply this: delete, delete from table where, maybe what should I say, where primary key equal to whatever it is. Example, if you see here, right? Now tomorrow what happens is, now they want to remove the chemical engineering from their, like, they have closed the chemical department, right? So what will happen is, they have to remove this overall from the department table. So what they're gonna do, they will say delete from department where department ID equal to DEP 7, right? So this is the way he can do it, right? Cool. Okay guys, I think this is good as of now, right? In next class we will learn more about DCL, right? TCL and DQL. Thank you. Bye bye.